It's not your salary that will make you rich. It's your spending habits. Hey, Sandy MacKay here with MacKay Realty Network. And in this video, we're going to talk about your spending habits and how you can get better at spending in a way that's going to make you rich, make you able to contribute more to the cause that you care about, to the people that you care about. That's what we want to make money for. It's for the good it can do. And you should go out and make as much money as you can so you can do better things in life for the people you care about. So what I want to talk to you about primarily is the weekly money meeting. And this is something that we've been doing in our household for a while now. It's something that I do not see a lot of people doing out there in the world, because a lot of people, unfortunately, get nervous about meeting with their money because they don't like what they're going to see. And where focus goes, your energy flows is another great quote that I like. And if you're going to ever change your money situation, you're going to ever change your money habits, you're going to ever make a positive change in that area of your life, then you have to spend some time in that area of your life. Just avoiding it is only going to cause more stress and more bad financial situations in your world. So getting into a habit, and that's what we need to focus on in order to make big changes in anything in life. It's the habits that we need to spend some time with, audit, and make some changes potentially. And so this weekly money meeting with yourself, if you're single, you should probably do it on your own. If you're with a spouse or with kids even, you want to bring them into this meeting with you every single week, because they will start to also learn from your habits and this habit of meeting with your money regularly, and they'll create some great habits in their life to create more financial opportunities for themselves. So here's the structure that we work with, and it's something you can take and use yourself as well. We love to do this every weekend. We've dabbled with many other different times of the week, but the weekend seems to be a time that fits for us. Any time of the week makes sense. You probably only need about 30 minutes. You might only need 10 minutes if you're doing this regularly. And the structure that I would recommend is ultimately there's 5 categories that you want to review. It's your earning, your spending, your saving, your growing, and then your contributing. Those are the 5 key areas in your money and how you spend your money, how you utilize your money. So you want to meet with each categories every week and just review what's happening in the week. Has anything changed in any of those areas? And are you proactively working to grow them little by little? We don't make massive financial changes in our world overnight. It takes the little habits daily, weekly, monthly to make positive changes there. So we started with the earning side of it. And one of the questions to ask, there's many questions you could dive into on this, but one of the questions you want to ask yourself is, what are we doing as a family? Or what am I doing as an individual? What are we doing to add more value and earn more money? Ultimately, to earn a higher income, you need to add more value, whether that's in your own business, if you're a business owner, or in the business you're a part of, whether it's on the side, maybe it's in your investing, whatever that looks like, you need to focus on adding more value. That's how you're going to earn more income. And that's a crucial piece. You want to have the income coming in so you can now utilize it and spend it wisely to grow it. And that's really the next section, which is spending. Very important one for most people here is, how are we spending our money? What is your spending plan? Another word for a budget, but a much more exciting name for it. What's your spending plan? How are you doing on that spending plan week to week? And so if you review that every week, you're going to end up at the end of the month with a pretty nice looking spending plan, because you kept track of some of these expenses, and you brought awareness to it, and you've talked about it with your family as well, which is really important, because one of the biggest strains on relationships is financials, and communication around that is really where you need to begin. So having this weekly meeting, talking about some of the small and big expenses that you have, and what you're spending your money on is really critical. So what are you spending? What's your spending plan look like? And what are you doing to limit your spending? We love to use this model. I've talked about it before. It's called KRONC, KRONC, keep, replace, offset, negotiate, and cut. You can review every single budget item every week if you want to, and decide if you want to keep it, do you want to replace it with something cheaper, do you want to offset it, meaning some other area of your life is going to actually pay for that cost, or do you want to negotiate, so go back to that person that you paid to and renegotiate the deal, or do you want to just cut it out completely? Often we have a lot of areas and room to cut. If we have never looked at this and reviewed this, I'm sure you have lots of areas in your life that you can go and just cut right out right away. Streaming services being a really hot one right now. You don't probably need all 6 or 7 different streaming services. You might be able to get away with just one. That $10, $20 a week or a month costs is very easy to cut out. Lots of us are getting fattened up in these areas. So go review that, use that Kronk model. It's a great tool. Next one is saving. What are we doing to save our money? I've talked about building your money machine. So what are you taking off the top line of your income every month or every paycheck and putting aside to save? And when you put it aside to save, that takes us to our next step, which is growing. What are you doing to grow that money? What are you investing in? What are you putting that percentage that you put aside? What are you putting it towards? You don't want just sitting in a saving plan. What are you doing to grow it? What are you investing in? What are you doing to make that money grow? And lastly, what are we giving? What are we contributing? And you're never going to be able to earn more money without contributing. You must give in order to receive. And so what are you contributing to? What causes? What really excites you? And what are you giving your money to? You will never give $1 million out of $10 million if you're not giving away $10 on 100 or $1 on 10. So getting into that habit of contributing, whatever amount of money you're making, giving a percentage of it away really starts to build that abundance mentality and ultimately gets more money flowing into your life. You got to start with the giving. That's the strategy. That's the meeting. The 5 components. Do it every week. The more you do this, the more you're going to have energy flowing towards your money in life, the more you're going to attract more money in your life, and the more you're going to be able to communicate around this with your family and lead to some great habits. So like and share, comment on the video here. Let me know your thoughts if you utilize this in your life and how it's helped, and would love to hear your feedback. And we will see you on the next video.